Hi guys, Black here, and I just got a bill from Farm Bureau Insurance. The bill has gone up about $23 a month. I'm now paying $232.40 a month for my 2016 F-150, 2004 Chevy Trailblazer, and 2001 Cadillac DeVille. I think it's like $1,300 something for every 6 months. I called back my old insurance company, which was State Farm, and they still high. I think she got it down to $248, the best she could do. I went on YouTube and looked up auto insurance, and they mentioned something about Amica. You know, you have to have a clean driving record, great credit. So I'm like, wow, I have an 812. By the way, I found out one reported agency has me at 812. The other two have me at like 780 something. Still great though. But I'm not as happy as I was when I thought I had an 812 across the board. Anywho, I filled out the little thing online, put in everything, and they won't charge me $286 a month. That was what they recommend, and the basic one was like $250 something a month, still higher than $232. So I guess I will be with Farm Bureau for another 6 months. Now, I've had people ask me, why don't I get rid of the 2 extra cars I have? You know, why don't I just drive the F-150? Guys, it has nothing to do with bragging rights. Honestly, it has absolutely nothing to do with bragging rights. First of all, the Cadillac again was because I was bored. I wanted, I remember there's a brother on YouTube. His name is To Be Tony something. He's a black guy with glasses. He lives in Detroit. I saw his video where he went to an auction and bought a car. And I was turned on by that video. And I decided to go to auction, and that's how I ended up buying the Cadillac. So that car was just because I was bored. You know, the F-150 was brand new, and I got rid of the Tahoe, and I wanted something else to work on. So that's why I got the Cadillac. The Trailblazer. Now, I bought my Trailblazer used back in 2008. Yeah, I think it was 2008. I bought it on vacation. Anywho, I bought it. I've had it since 2008. You know, I just got an emission test this past weekend. It passed. Everything passed. The Cadillac, the F-150, and this year was the first time I did an emission test on F-150 since I bought it brand new. Everything passed, even the gas caps on both the Trailblazer and the Cadillac DeVille. Well, anyway, the Trailblazer has been with me since 2008. The engine runs good. It's not real good on gas. The transmission is slipping. But I can drive it without burning up the transmission, because as long as you shift the second gear manually, the transmission doesn't slip. But the point I'm making is I'm not getting rid of my Trailblazer because this thing it's been a little funky, but for the most part, it runs. It's never broke down. It broke down on me once. I was getting ready to say never, but I was able to drive it. It just, the little bushing mechanism in the gear shifter is in the floor. It popped loose and it was stuck in drive. So I had to, drive over to this McDonald's. And what happened to the thing? That's another story. Put it this way, I don't want to get rid of the Trailblazer. I'll tell you that story another time, but I don't want to get rid of the Trailblazer. And I damn sure don't want to get rid of my F-150. So again, it's nothing to do with bragging rights. It just, I was going to say this. It feels good to know that if something happened to the F-150, I have two other vehicles to drive, And it's like once you get used to having a second car, it's almost like you don't want to be without a second car. Yeah, it's more insurance payments or whatever, but first of all, YouTube pays me every month, so I need to quit complaining about the insurance. Like the storage unit is $123 a month. I say YouTube pays for that. So I shouldn't even worry about it. But at the same time, I just don't want to be giving away money if I can save money. But apparently I can't save money right now. And now, I was with State Farm back in 2017. And I left them right after I got the F-150 because they tried to get stupid with me. And what they did was this. Y'all ready for this? When I got the F-150, I called a lady, talked to her on the phone. She told me my premiums was going to be $130 a month for the F-150. And I was like, okay, cool. Brand new vehicle, $40-some thousand truck, $130 a month. And that's cool. So then the guy at the agency down the street calls me and tells me it's going to be $128 a month. So I'm like, hell, even better, right? So then he calls me a week or two later and says that I don't have enough coverage and he needs to raise the price to $131 for me to be covered. And I'm like, N-words, always something. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, man, whatever. 131, 130, whatever. So at the end of the month, I get a bill and it's like an extra $35. They call it a $35 policy change. Wait a minute. You changed the policy twice, okay? And now you're going to change. You changed the last time he changed it. He changed it. I didn't change it. But you're going to charge me $35 for a policy change? And he tells me, it's just a one-time bill. And I'm like, dude, you changed the policy from what the white lady changed it to. You changed it, and then you changed it back and add another dollar, and then want to charge me $35 policy change? And he tells me, I have no control of it. It's built into the computer by State Farm. And I was like, you know what? Y'all keep it. By the way, I was paying $260 at the time. So my sister was telling me to call Farm Bureau. Seemed like I had heard of them. So I called him, and I had tried to leave State Farm before. And every time I call the insurance company, they'd be like higher than where I'm already at. So I'll be like, nah, forget it, never mind. Now, I did leave some years ago, and I went to Geico for a little while. That's the reason I had to go back to State. No. I went back to State Farm when I bought the I went back to State Farm when I bought the F-150. That's what it was. Because I was with Geico because State Farm kept going up. But when I bought, that's a lie again. That's a lie again, guys. I'm confused. When I bought the motorcycle is when I went back to State Farm. Okay, I was with Geico with the Trailblazer and the Tahoe. I was with Geico. But then when I bought the motorcycle, Geico wanted to charge me $260 a month. State Farm was like, just for the motorcycle. State Farm was like, move all your cars back to us and we'll charge you $56 a month for your brand new ZX14. I was like, why, hell yeah. So anyway, that's why I ended up back at State Farm. But when I bought the F-150, that happened about the $35 policy change. And like I said, I called Farm Bureau. This lady told me she would put at the time, the Trailblazer, the Tahoe, and the F-150 on the policy. And it would be $180 a month. I was like, are you kidding me? And then the motorcycle, now State Farm went up on the motorcycle. So I told them, take off the full coverage. I keep it in storage unit anyway. I don't drive the thing much. So just give me basic insurance. State Farm would charge me I think it was $27 a month for the motorcycle. Farm Bureau was like, move the motorcycle over to us and I'll get you a discount. I'm like, nah, you can't get a discount. You can't beat $27 a month, $18 a month. That's what it used to be. Now it's going back up to, I think Farm Bureau is like $23, $24 a month now. But, whatever. So, they saved me quite a bit of money going from $260 a month down to $180. But every 6 months, it eased up. But whatever, it's still cheaper than State Farm. It's still cheaper than Amica. Did I tell y'all I did a quote with Amica? So I guess I'm stuck with Farm Bureau until I can find somebody else cheaper. If you all know anybody cheaper, let me know. And now I called somebody and spoke to a female, and she was like, why do you have so many cars? Most people, she asked me, where was all the cars parked? And I said, well, my F-150 is at my apartment, my Trailblazer is at my company, and my Cadillac is at a parking lot where we keep the truck. All 3 different addresses, right? So she put 2 and 2 together and tried to say that 2 different people were driving my car. I was holding cars for other 2 people is what she was saying. She literally said that most people, when the cars are not at the same residence, different people are driving them. And I'm like, man, my F-150 is at my apartment because that's where I live. My Trailblazer is at my company because sometimes I park my tractor trailer up there and I need a way to get home, so I drive the Trailblazer. Sometimes I park my tractor trailer at where I'm supposed to park it in Doraville and I drive the Cadillac home. That's the reason I have 3 cars. She was like, no, that's what you say. I believe somebody else is driving your cars also. Anyway, the helper tried to charge me $300 something a month. I think it was $300 something a month for the 3 cars. And I was like, I think it was Allstate. But anyway, I was like, you know what? Forget that. So that's why I'm stuck with Farm Bureau. But anyway, I thought I'd make a little video, tell y'all what's going on with my insurance thing. And I was just thinking that, maybe I should get rid of the Cadillac because do you know they charge me more per month on the Cadillac than they do on the Trailblazer? They said that because the Cadillac would do more damage if it hit somebody. And I'm like, the Trailblazer is heavier. The Trailblazer has a full frame. But that's what they told me. Anywho, that's all I got to say. This is Dre. Y'all have a good day.